Well then let's get this antique on the roadshow!
And now we come to the final installment in the Cornetto Trilogy, The World's End. Fitting title to a final chapter, it's what Star Wars 9 should be called. Haha, just kidding! Maybe. Anyways, we covered up the intense zombie flick with goofy chemistry of Peg and Frost, and the Of the Dead titles. Jesus. Then we covered up the seriousness of Peg and Frost in the buddy cop movie Hot Fuzz. It was because of a Village of the Year award. And now we come down to perhaps the craziest and the most enjoyable in my eyes. I mean, it's just bonkers. This entry in the series has a huge difference, and we'll get to that soon. Furthermore, we got a guy named Gary King, which is an awesome name, and he's on a quest to finish the Golden Mile, which is a pub crawl of 12 goddamn bars and 60 goddamn pints in a small town of Newton Haven. Yep, that's the town for this movie. Hot Fuzz was Sanford, and Shaun of the Dead was the Winchester. Gary drags his 4 best friends along for the ride. Oliver, who is a real estate agent, who they refer to as O-Man because of his birthmark. Peter, who's a car salesman who was bullied a lot back in school. Steven, who is a construction worker and rival to Gary when it comes down to picking up chicks. And finally, Andy, who had a dramatic experience with Gary, and they're no longer intertwined with one another until fate brings them back together. Yeah, no. Gary's just a sly bastard and convinces him to come by saying he's his best friend, just like in real life, and he steals money from the other 3 to pay him back, and lying about his mother's death by cancer. What a great, great friend he is. Now on with the biggest difference from the other 2 films, and that is the characters of Peg and Frost. And oh, what a change it is. The roles are reversed. Usually it would be Frost's character playing the idiot, now he's the serious one, and Peg would be the serious one, now he's the idiot. You compare Nicholas Angel to Gary King, and they're completely different people. On the serious scale, it would go Nicholas Angel all the way up at the top, Shaun in the middle, and then all the way at the bottom, it's Gary fucking King. Oh my, what a crazy, immature son of a gun he is. I mean, just look at him. A face you can 100% trust. But these extreme changes lead to the best chemistry between the 2 characters in the entire series. Just seeing the roles reverse means these 2 can make anything work. The jokes and dialogue are funny, but sometimes hard to come on. Here's an example.
Don't be, alright? I am here to tell you that Gary King is back on the horse.
Whoa. You're back on the horse?
No, I mean, I'm back on the bike.
What's bike?
What do you mean?
What's bike slang for?
Bicycle.
I'm lost.
Don't be.
Okay.
And then like 20 minutes later in the film,
And Oliver's still got his mark of the devil. No, he hasn't.
No, he hasn't. No, it's called laser surgery, Gary. It's a small price to pay for not being called fucking O-Man. You know, it works with Sisters of Mercy tattoos as well.
I still like the Sisters of Mercy.
Good job, or you'd never go swimming.
I'm lost.
Don't be.
I had to like play that back a couple times to think it over. Like, wait, did I just hear that joke before? Oh, Gary fucking King. I love the action sequences with the humans who are robots but not really robots and trying to take over the human race. As the tagline says, prepare to be annihilated.
We are here to get annihilated.
We also finally get to see Peg and Frost fight, which is a doozy, and another James Bond actor, Pierce Brosnan. Oh, and about Gary being such a great person, during their little Golden Mile, the androids begin catching up with them and soon take the souls, I guess you can say, of Oliver and Peter, and Gary still continues the Golden Mile. A great human being. And he also offers sex to Oliver's sister in the bathroom. A great man. He also left Andy to get arrested by the cops by faking an injury and getting sent to the hospital. A great soul. He also ran over Oliver's leg. A great male specimen. And it's also pointless arguing with him. A great drunk bastard. This movie has a lot of weird scenes too, like the disco scene, and that whole finale with the network thing. It's just weird. But it's made up with the great chemistry of Serious Frost and Goofy Peg.
I don't
Yeah, it is a pronoun.
What is?
It.
Is it?
Christ, no.
A great chase scene towards the end, nice and pacey dialogue, Alabama song, and a nice rekindled story between Gary and Andy as they soon realize how much love and care they had for each other. The beginning of the film, they had it in for each other, but by the end,
No, you might think Gary is a bit of a cock, and he is a bit of a cock, but he's my cock.
Oh, thanks, man.
the movie also has a great theme song at the end by the Sisters of Mercy, which is a shirt Gary wears throughout the movie, saying he's a big fan of it. The song's called This Corrosion, and I recommend to listen. It's a trip. Crazy, crazy film this is, and to be quite honest, I enjoy watching this one more than the other two films. The characters of Gary and Andy are my favorite Frost and Peg have ever played, and if I were to make a movie, chuckle chuckle, I would want them to be these characters and see what other wacky stuff they could get themselves into. So this ends the Three Trilogies Cornetto series, and now I'm off to the Winchester. I don't know why this movie didn't include the Winchester. There should have been a Winchester. Sean's favorite place, the Winchester. Okay, bye now.
My wife wanted us to go organic. The problem is I kind of like eating shit.
The next pub does shit. Keep up.
A great friend.